Project Hail Mary is has been one of my most anticipated movies of the year. I really like Brian Gosling for one. Also, I've heard amazing things about the book that this movie is based on, so I actually read the book and it was fantastic. Also, I love the directors of this movie, Phil Lord and Chris Miller. They've mostly done animation stuff like Spider Verse and Lego Movie, but they did the first two Jump Street movies. But it's been a long time since I've tackled a live action film, so I was very curious with all the things that they learned from doing animation all these years. They had done animation before the 21 Jump Street movies, but not like this. What would they bring to this movie, and what would this movie be? And I'm going to be very careful about this review because there's a lot in this movie that's left out of the trailers that you're not supposed to know. There's some that's in the trailers that I don't really know how you would sell the movie without putting in the trailers, but at the same time, you're better off not knowing. But to a general audience, it's kind of better that they do know. So I'm trying to figure out ways to say things without saying things. It's difficult. This movie is amazing. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And what's great about this movie is I don't really like the way the certain people have phrased it on the production of this movie, saying that they didn't use CGI. They did, but you can tell that a lot of the spaceship stuff was like a real set that characters are moving around in. You can tell that this creature... Well, shit, I said it. Never mind. I'm sorry. It's not going to ruin the movie if you know, but it doesn't show up till later after the movie. There's a creature in the movie. You can tell that it's done with like puppeteer work that works really well. And I think that stuff's great. But I wasn't really sure what this movie was going to be because from the trailers it's set up like a life or death scenario. This character's going out to find something. And the thing is, this movie, Mike, is this going to be like The Martian, where that movie's about a guy stranded on Mars? It's written by the same guy who wrote that book. Or is this movie going to be about Ryan Gosling being stranded in space? And it's about so much more than that. And I really didn't expect the layers and the heartbreak and the emotions that this movie goes through. I also thought the memory loss angle of everything was going to be like, wait, what? I thought that stuff really worked and added like a whole another layer of things where this character doesn't even remember what the deal was, and when he finally does start to remember, it adds like a whole layer of heartbreak because at first this character doesn't really understand why he's there, and then when he finally does understand how he got there and the heartbreak of why he's actually there and what he's supposed to be doing, it's really sad. But this movie was so good that by the end of the movie I bawled for about a solid 20 minutes. It was a very powerful movie and it has a great score to it, and the movie just flowed really well. Very well paced movie. This movie's like 2 hours and 40 minutes. Felt like an hour and a half. Really did. And I could see this movie again and again and again in the theater, and I might, because this movie was awesome.